Okay. I just had to bring it down over the rings here. It's not difficult. It's just you know, a little tricky. You know, it has a bevel there, and they go in there. You just have to push the one side of the ring that ain't going in. All right, now you just push it in, and we'll bolt that up. Alrighty, got all bolts on. Just gotta put this last one on. A lot of guys hate this. Shit, nice shiny bolts. A lot of guys hate that, you know, the real purists. But you know, when I rebuild something, I do it to make it look almost brand new. Even though they wouldn't use this, these are actually stainless steel bolts. No way they would have used them back in 1932 or whatever the hell this engine is, 34. But I like it. You know, if somebody else buys the engine and don't like it, you can change it. It's not like I'm destroying it. Let me torque this down here. Oh, there you go. I felt like it was about to spec. Alright, I'm going to clean off some of this gas oil here. I think it's the same color as the engine. It's a light green. Doesn't look too bad. But I'm going to clean that up and then put the other cylinder on. I don't have to show you that because you know how it's done. And then we'll do something else. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's stick the exhaust pipe back on. It goes on this way. You gotta take note of which way you take it off. You know, I could look at my other engines, you know, make sure it goes on, because you can put this on backwards. You know? And then once you put it all together, you say, oh shit. But I know it goes this way. So just take note of how it comes off. I'm not putting new gaskets on. The old gaskets, where I was able to save them and keep them on there the whole time, so I'm going to use them. I'm not going to put any sealer on them or anything like that because they're only going to burn off. There's another thing. These lock washers. Where you at, guys? Over here. I don't know if you can see it. But these lock washers are kind of special, you know. They're about the same size as the head. And if you lose that, then you gotta use another 1/4 inch washer, and it looks like shit. It's gonna be under the engine, but still, try not to lose them. Yeah, these just put on with a screwdriver, so you can only get it so tight. I'm trying to keep you in camera view here. I'm trying to put some amps behind it now. Alright. That ain't going nowhere. Alright, now while I got the engine turned upside down, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put this, this is the jet. Remember the fuel jet? That goes in this little hole here, so what you're going to need is, I think it's a 1032 bolt. I'll stick it in the hole, make it easy to hold here. And then what you're going to need is an Allen key here. Can't read it, or I'll tell you what size it is. I'll tell you what size it is. 1/8. That goes right here. Okay, I cleaned the hole out and everything. I gotta make sure it wasn't dirty. Now I'm gonna get a little gas oil. As a matter of fact, I'm not even gonna use a tip because I slopped up the edge here. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on there. I want you to see something here. I don't know if I could get up so you could see it, but there's a groove right here in the side of this. And you don't want to get anything on there. I think it's just like an overflow. So you're going to put a little gasola on it, but I'm going to keep away from that. I think that's just so if you flood the engine, you know, the gas comes out. Any of you guys that know anything about this, correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I don't know what the hell it is. And you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to see where the old mark was, so I don't keep putting marks in. Alright. Put that there. Alright. I'm going to put it right back where the old cotter key mark was. You want this to be flush or just a slight hair below it. I got it flush there. Oops. Just came up. Alright. Just went down. I don't know if you see that. Am I in your way? I'm trying not to get in your way. I thought I was closer than I was. That's why I kept going up and down. Okay, I just felt it it's actually falling into the same hole that it was in. Alright. I'm happy with that. Now I gotta clean this up, make sure that hole is clear. Take my bolt out. And that's where your fuel pickup goes in. This little fuel pickup right here. I'm not going to put that in right now because I'll wind up breaking it off because I know me. Plus I got to put a new filter on it. See this? I don't have a filter. I just got some new ones in the mail. Alright, let me clean this up, make sure our hole is clean, and then we'll do something else. Alright, what I'm going to do now is put the top of the fuel tank on. Because that's pretty easy. It just goes on like that and the bolts go on. But there's something I want to show you first. That's that sealer we put on there. Came out pretty good. But anyway, I want you to take a look at this. On the side of these, the top of the fuel tank, where you at? I don't know if you can see it, but right here, there should be a hole. It's a breather hole, and it's very important. That helps your tank breathe, so you get suction. So it just so happens that this one's clogged. It's a 1/16 hole, and you got to make sure it's clear. So I take a drill and stick it in there. You see how much shit was in there, a lot of rust and stuff. So it was clogged. It's not like it was clogged from paint, but it was clogged. Yeah, you can see the... Where you at? There you go. You see the crap inside it. But just run it through there. And then watch on the inside. You'll see all the shit coming out of there. But that hole's got to be open. Got to be clear. And like I say, it's a 1/16 drill. It's probably the smallest one you got in your drill box there. Alright. Now back to where we were at. This is pretty simple here. Just line up the holes and put your bolts in here. There's a little play in it, but probably doesn't matter. It's a 9/16 wrench. Just tighten that bitch up. Problem with these little guys is it's tough holding them and tightening at the same time. Okay. Let me get the torque wrench here. Alright, that one's where it belongs. Okay. Yeah, that one's okay. Alright, so now your tank top is on. I guess next step would be putting the bottom of the tank on. Let me go get it. Okay. Yeah, I was getting a little ahead of myself here. Before we put the bottom of the tank on, I also meant to tell you that when you put this top on, there's no gasket that goes there. You know, between the body and this, the tank is just a mount, so there's really no need for a gasket, but it's just metal to metal there. Okay. But what I forgot to do is put the fuel suck up in there. And a check valve. This is the old one here. This is what was holding the project up, believe it or not. This here was holding the whole project up because there's no screen on there. And actually no check valve. So I ordered a couple of them. Here we go here. Let me dump them out here for you. We only need one, but we got our gasket, our check valve. Let me put one of these off to the side. That's the check valve there. Alright. See, it's got a little screen. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that little screen. But anyway, you put your gasket on. You dump your check valve in there. Yeah. Little check valve. And then you just, whoop, oh baby, we got it. I'm okay. Try to make your gasket centered there, square. Tighten it up, get a couple of pliers here. Just torque on that a little bit, doesn't have to be too tight, but there you go. Then it goes in that little hole. Just barely get a pair of pliers on here to tighten that baby. I can do it up here. Yeah, this doesn't get tightened too much. There we go. That's plenty right there. That stem is actually a little too small. I got another piece of pipe and replace that, but that'll work for now. All right, let me put this out of the way. Now what we're gonna do is, you can tell we're getting close to the end. It's getting heavier. You know, them engines are 45 pounds once they're put together. All right, here's the bottom of the tank. What we're doing is put the gasket on. So I'm gonna shut you guys off. I'm gonna put gas oil on the top and bottom of this, and then stick it on there, and then we'll mount the tank. Alrighty.